Mike Kimmery. I'm also the co-founder of MakerHaus.
And we're gonna show you around the house.
Yeah. MakerHaus is essentially a membership-based model, so people come in, they get a full access membership, they get access to the wood shop and metal shop. They do the projects out here as well as in the shops themselves. So these are flex spaces for assembly, for light design work, light assembly. So 3D printing is probably one of the most popular departments we have here at MakerHaus. The machines that we have here, two objects, they're extremely high-end and provide a really high resolution part. We've got some examples here of what these parts can do. Basically 3D printing creates plastic, rubber parts. There's a lot of different materials. You can see these parts, these machines in particular, create a really high quality, high resolution part. So you can get a lot of detail at a really, really small scale. Another really cool example is what you can do in regard to mechanical simulations. So because the material is really, really high resolution, you can get really smooth mechanical movement. And this is just one example of what you can do. The way in which the parts are made, they actually start out as liquid, and then they're pumped through the system. And the spray head actually sprays material down in small layers and builds it up. So this part, probably an inch tall, will take maybe 2.5 hours to produce. So we just paused this part, it was being produced. Essentially it lays down a support material and an actual modular building material. So what you see is probably, I don't know, 12 cross sections, 12 layers of the start of a part that's going to be about an inch tall. So it lays down kind of a base layer and then starts to actually put the plastic-like material down. So now we're in the metal shop. We've got a lot that goes on inside of our welding booth. We've got TIG welding, MIG welding, we've got sandblasting, grinding. So anything that makes spark or fume all happens inside of here. And then outside here, this is the metal pit essentially. So out here is where we're forming, grinding, machining, cutting, drilling. So this is our wood shop, one of the more popular areas in MakerHaus. People are creating everything from furniture to just their own personal pet projects in here. We have professional furniture builders that actually operate the businesses out of here. And we've got just about every single machine in this space is brand new. So make sure we've got really high quality pieces of equipment so that even on a professional level, people can do projects. Yeah, so the idea here is we're going to teach all kinds of classes. So you don't need to be a professional to come in and actually utilize the shops or utilize the laser cutter 3D printer. If you're brand new to any of those, we'll teach you introduction to wood and metal in those shops, but also if you've always wanted to 3D print something and you've never touched a CAD system before, we'll teach you Rhino, we'll teach you Google SketchUp. We'll get those that are kind of an entry level up to speed so they can actually utilize the machines. So this is our co-working space. So independent designers, furniture designers, architects, graphic designers, they come in here and actually run their own businesses out of this space. So this is kind of a separate access space. It's got its own security area. People come in here and actually, like I said, run their own businesses, but also everyone that's thus far signed up to be a co-working member here also has a full access membership to the metal shop and the wood shop. Part of MakerHaus is also resources and inspiration, so we've put together a vast materials library. So we've got partnerships with Material Connections out of New York, as well as other sources throughout the United States. And what we're trying to do is put together research and inspirational materials that you might not otherwise find at your local hardware store. So you might come in wanting to build a stool and you're thinking, I'm going to make it out of birchwood. And you come upstairs and you spend half an hour in the materials library, now you have 19 other ideas of what kind of materials it might be made of.